Hi, are you looking for an interactive way to quickly analyze large volumes of data? Well, in today's tutorial, I'll show you one way of doing this using Microsoft Excel's pivot table. I am Jafari, welcome. Please like this video and subscribe to our channel. In today's tutorial, we'll be looking at a pretend monthly personal expense spreadsheet. It consists of 4 sets of data. Month, January through to April. Category of expenses: grocery, clothing, transport, utilities, budgeted amount, and actual amount spent. Let's create our pivot table by going to the Insert tab. Here we will see two options: pivot table and recommended pivot tables. However, for this tutorial, let's focus on pivot table. Click pivot table, and Excel has accurately highlighted the data to be used in our pivot table. This information could have also been manually entered by left clicking and dragging over the data. The next step is to choose where to place the pivot table, and the options are new worksheet or existing worksheet. Let's choose new worksheet and click OK. Here we have the setup for our pivot table. It may look intimidating, however, it's fairly simple to use once we get the gist of how it functions. To the left, there's a note: to build a report, choose fields from pivot table field list, and the field list is here. Now let's build a report that summarizes our actual spend for the period January through April. Below there are 4 windows: filters, columns, rows, and values. The filters window is used to filter data based on information in our field list here. Columns window allows for information to be set up left to right in our spreadsheet. Rows window allows for information to be set up top down in our spreadsheet. And values window sum our numerical data in our spreadsheet. Now let's create our first report to summarize our actual spend from January through to April. We will start by adding month to our rows window, as we would like this information to be arranged top down in our spreadsheet. Next, we will add category to our rows window under month, as this will fall under our monthly heading, as it is shown over here. Let's simplify the table by collapsing these using the minus sign icons. Next, let's add our actual field to our values window. Now here we have it, a simplified table from a much larger table. This information would have required quite a bit of work to be extracted from our original data table. Now let's take a step further. Let's add our budgeted spend for a comparison with our actual spend. Here we have a summary of our budgeted spend and also a summary of our actual spend. And while it may be clear how we have managed our personal expense for the period January to April, we can introduce another field which will further assist us with that. We can introduce this field here. Let us introduce this field. Here we have an option called Fields, Items and Sets. And as the name suggests, this will allow us to introduce fields, items and sets to our pivot table. Let us create a field called Management in our pivot table that will allow us to easily identify overspends or underspends on our budget. Let's do this by clicking the icon and selecting Calculated Field. Change field name to Manage. Next step, we enter our formula, and the formula in this instance is actual minus budgeted. So click on actual, click insert field, minus, click on budgeted, click insert field. Now it's important that we click our add button here, followed by OK. And we have added a new field to our pivot table. This new field has also been added to column D automatically, which is correct, and gives a very good indication of how we have performed on our budget over the period. For January, we are seeing that we are on point. For February and April, we were over, and for March, we underspent. A number of operations can be done on the data in our pivot table by right-clicking. And two very important operations among them are Summarize Values By and Show Values As. Let's clear up our pivot table a bit, then use our percentage of grand total operation. Let's remove this. Let's remove this as well. Let's show each month as a percentage of the grand total. And there you have it. And that's it for our video on how to quickly summarize large volumes of data in an interactive way using pivot table. Thank you for watching. Please like this video and subscribe to our channel. Bye.